Hey there, Wendy here with Jazzydoodledesigns, and it's that time, the end of the month, where we take a look at all the pages that I've colored. So grab yourself a drink and let's take a peek, shall we? Okay, first up is Disney's Babies by Hachette Heroes. So I got some Artix markers, and they're a little bit different. They're an acrylic marker, but you don't have to pump them at all, but you do have to shake them, but they have a lid system. So I wanted to see how they worked. So I colored this page with them, and I think they did fantastic. This is 2 coats here in the back, and I think they did a pretty decent job of not streaking, especially given I am not the most patient, meticulous colorer. And then I used a little bit of Prismacolor, like at the bases here, just to add a little bit of texture and a little bit of a deepening of color. But overall, now don't judge them too harshly for this, because I was trying to figure out how to blend the markers, and my first couple of attempts went a little south. So that's why you see a little bit of texture and kind of, yuckiness right there. But don't hold that against the markers. That is definitely operation error. So that is our first book. Next up, we have the Seasonal Reese of Plants and Friends. Now, Tanya Colors and I are doing a collaboration on this book where each quarter we do a color, well, I do a color along, but we each color a page in the section. These are divided by spring, summer, fall, and winter. So in fall, we color a fall page. In winter, we're going to color a winter page. We just entered the fall season. And so I colored, I'm going to show you that one in a minute, but I colored this one with Tanya Colors. And I'm going to flash hers up on the screen right here, and you'll see what a fantastic job she did. I love her background, and I love how pictures that are colored by 2 people can turn out so different and yet both be fantastic. I really enjoyed coloring this page, and so I did a color along both of this page and of this one. Now, this color along is not on the channel yet because, I have other videos that are kind of lined up, but I will eventually get this popped up on the channel for you as well. It uses pretty much the same colors as I used here with the additional green here, but I used them in a little bit of a different amounts, and so you get a little bit different feel. But I absolutely love how these pages turned out, and I really appreciate Tanya Colors, and I enjoy getting to know her during our buddy colors. And I will flash up on the screen if you would like to take part in this. This goes from, okay, don't quote me, look on the screen, but it's like the end of September till like the 21st or 22nd of December. And at the end of the quarter, I will be doing a video to round up all the people that participated. So I am going to be doing one for the summer tag very soon. Okay, next up is Mina Risa Dirge Africa by Rita Berman. This is a book that this channel, Jazzydoodledesigns, is coloring as a channel together. So I will be doing a color along of every single page in the book. This month I did these 2 pages. Back out just a touch. And I used Polychromos colored pencils and a little, I think I used a little bit of pan pastel. But I really like how these pages turned out, and I like the cohesive feel of the two. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. It just depends. But I felt like these two were depicting the same type of scene, and so I used the same colors, and you can follow along if you would like. Just as a note, what I do when I do these color alongs is I talk about Egypt and the pyramids and some of the history and some of the fun facts about the places, like maybe about hieroglyphics or about the Sphinx or whatever, to add just a little bit of storytelling. I tell African folk tales. I try and provide a little interesting content while we're coloring along, so be sure to check it out if that interests you. Okay, next up is my personal project book, The Disney Dream Collection by Thomas Kincaid. I did not set out for this to be a project book, but it was something that I have used to experiment with different pencils when I get them and other mediums. So I did 3 in this book because I only have like 7 left, y'all. So I've been pushing to get this done. I used the new ChromaFlow pencils on this page, a little bit of white to kind of try and create the mist or the fogginess of our scene here, and a little bit of Artix acrylic pens. This one I also did. This one I used the Light Fast pencils, and I have both a review of the Light Fast on the channel and one coming up where I talk about how to really use these pencils that have like really dark colors and bring more vibrant colors to life. I really like how this turned out. I will say these pencils layer amazingly. Check out my review to see what I don't like about them, because there are some things. And then this last page that I did, which is literally the last page, I did this one with acrylic paint, like the little craft acrylic paints, and the Light Fast pencils and Artix. Now, I really like using acrylic paint because you can get some really deep values. These pages, I struggle with them because they don't look completely finished a lot of times, because there's just only so much I can do to try and duplicate these without literally spending 40 hours a page. And I can appreciate the people that do that, but that's just not me. I'm just too impatient. But I do overall like how the page turned out. So that's it for this book. Okay, next up is Wildflower Folk by the lovely Christine Karen. I absolutely adore her work. And this is a first page that I've colored in it. Kate Taylor, a lovely lady from South Wales, asked me if I would buddy color with her, and this was the book she chose. She has done some amazing work in it. I will leave her Insta down below if you're interested, and you should check it out. But we did a buddy color for this page, and I really like how she turned out. I used mainly pan pastels and used just a little bit of Prismacolor to kind of add in some detail. And there is a full tutorial on how to use pan pastels using, okay, Wendy, spit it out. There's a full tutorial on how I use the pan pastels to bring this pretty lady to life. So I'll link that in the description box below. But I've really enjoyed getting to know Kate and take a peek at her page. Isn't it stunning? I absolutely adore it. And I really enjoyed getting to know her and her cute little doggers. Next up is Grains of Gold by Hannah Carlson. And this is a collaborative book, meaning there are 83 of these pages come from her other books, and then there's 11 new drawings. And I believe this is one of those new drawings. I did a buddy color with Christine, and this is my page. I used acrylic paint on the background and a little bit of Prismacolor and I think some acrylic marker just here and there mostly, and maybe I think Sparkle Pop. Should I write this down? Yes. Did I? No. And I didn't do a color along on the channel. This is just something that we did. And look at hers. I absolutely love the comic blast or whatever behind hers. I just think it looks fantastic. She did it. She did the page next to it. This lady, she did her as well, and she has those same I don't know, I think it's kind of like comic book bangs, and I just thought it was perfect. So thanks so much for coloring with me. If I didn't say it to you, Kate, thank you so much for coloring with me. Thank you so much, Christine. Always a pleasure, ladies. Next up is this Korean book. Honestly, I am not sure of the translation. I really enjoy working in this book when I need what I call a palette cleanse, meaning I've just done a complex page or like that 2-page fall wreath one, and I just need something that's a little more mindless and I don't have to think about. And this is the perfect book because it has a nice cute image. It's not too big. The paper's fantastic. I can sit on my couch. I just need one set of pencils to do the entire thing, and they've even told me how to do it. And so I just enjoy trying to duplicate it. And it's certainly a lot easier than the Disney pages. But I only did one in this month, but I adore this book for that reason. Okay, next up is this adorable book by Diane DeFore. I think it's Teddy Bear Therapy or Bear Therapy, or I might not even have that right. This is she also has hairballs, but this one I got for my birthday from Christine, and I did this fabulous page. I think it turned out really good. I used the Derwent drawing pencils, and there's only 24 colors, so I had a little bit of a challenge to depict all of the different greens and make the page look cohesive but not just all one green. And so I really enjoyed that. The paper's marvelous, and I love the small size, so this won't be the last page I do in this book. Thank you again, Miss Christine. It was perfect. Okay, the last page I did in September is the mythographic Wild Summer by Joseph Cadenbang. Now, I really enjoy Joseph's books, and this one is no exception. I wanted to do one more summer color along before we jump into fall, and this was the page I chose. I really like how it turned out. I had just got the 28 extra ChromaFlow pencils, and I was excited to use them, so that's what I used here. There is a full color along on the channel where we talk about sea turtles and sand and all kinds of things. So join me for that, but that's going to do it for this month, and I appreciate you watching. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing. You'll always find some snark, some oopsie daisies. I'm pretty good at those, and coloring fun in a safe space. I try and have humor. I try and bring education, both in how to color or how I color, as well as what the subject matter that we're coloring. So If that appeals to you, hit the subscribe button on your way out, and I will catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching another video from Jazzydoodledesigns. If you enjoy adult coloring content, please consider subscribing. You can now find me on Instagram and Facebook as well. I welcome all comments and suggestions. Don't forget to like the video before you go. And until next time, take care.